Hi guys, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. This is the team selection video for match day 4, which is the round of 16. We have had pretty much most of the games finished now of the group stages. Brazil are yet to play, as well as another game with Serbia as well. But yeah, last day before we do move on to the round of 16 games for match day 4. So we thought we'd do a little video for you guys and talk about the team selection for what we're going to do for round of 16. Anyway, how you doing, Jordan? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's good. These match days are going thick and fast. Can't believe it's after today. It will be the round of 16. So, yeah, this World Cup is going at a very quick pace.
Yeah, it's flying. Obviously, last set of group stage games. It's been an exciting group stage so far. A lot of surprises, upsets. Obviously, with Uruguay going out as well today. But yeah, let's now move on to the teams that we've selected for round of 16. So, as you guys do know, we get unlimited transfers for round of 16. So we basically get another wild card to select a whole new team for match day 4, which is the round of 16. So yeah, I've put this team together. And yeah, I'm going to go through it and why I've selected these players. And then also we'll move on to your team after that, Jordan. But so yeah, as you guys can see, also another rule, guys, for those that don't know, you are allowed 4 players from a nation now. So as you guys can see, I believe I've got 4 French players in my team. So that is a new rule going into the round of 16. You're allowed 4 players from one nation. So let's start off in goal. I've gone with Hugo Lloris, who has a fixture against Poland in the round of 16. This could change, but for now I left Lloris in there because I thought Poland were quite poor against Argentina in their last game, and I truly believe that France could keep a clean sheet in that game. And yeah, so that's why I've gone with France. I expect them to kind of go to the final now with the way the brackets have gone. So yeah, I'm confident they can keep a clean sheet. And then Poland didn't look great, as I mentioned. So yeah, we'll see. Moving on to the back 3, I've gone with Otamendi, Hernandez, and Shaw. Starting with Otamendi, I definitely wanted to go with an Argentinian defender. Obviously, because of their fixture, it looks really nice on paper for them in terms of an attacking player or a defensive player as well. Because Australia aren't the best team, they're not favourites. Argentina will be heavy favourites in that game against Australia to go through to the quarterfinals. And I wanted a Argentine defender in there. And Otamendi, he's nailed. I know he's going to play every minute pretty much if he's fit. So yeah, he stays in my team just so I can get a clean sheet, maybe some clean sheet points for Argentina. Moving on, I've also got Hernandez, Theo Hernandez. I think that's how you say his name. But he's got Poland as well. Another nice fixture, as I mentioned, with Lloris. I can see a clean sheet for Hernandez. And we also know what he's like going forward as an attacking left back. So him linking up with Mbappe and Griezmann, etc., I think he could be a very good pick for match day 4 and round of 16 ties. Yeah, I like Hernandez as a pick. And he done very well in the match day 1 and 2. He obviously was rested, I believe, for match day 3. But I know I want a French attacking fullback in my team because, as I said, I expect France to go quite far in the competition now, and the fixture is also very nice. Finally, I've completed the back line with Luke Shaw of England. We know England have Senegal in the round of 16. I've gone with an England player there because I did want at least an England defender. I know Senegal are a good team. I don't think England are going to find it easy. I do believe it will be a bit tough on them. But I do expect England to still go through. And whether Shaw keeps a clean sheet or not, I'm not so confident. I do believe Senegal will probably score. But Shaw's in my team because of the attacking potential he has. Maybe a cross for Harry Kane or a cutback. I do think Shaw can get an assist. And that's why he stayed in my team, because of the attacking threat. And I did want some England coverage at the back. Moving on to the midfield, I've gone with 5 midfielders. So first one, Di Maria, who's got Australia. Again, it's a very, very nice fixture for Di Maria and Argentina. Australia, you know, one of the worst teams. No disrespect to Australia, but probably one of the weaker teams left in the tournament. So yeah, I definitely wanted to target that Argentina fixture with Australia. So yeah, I've got Di Maria in there. I know he hasn't performed as well as we expected so far, but against Australia in the round of 16, I expect him to pick it up, and I think he's a good pick still. Moving on to Olmo, who's got Morocco. And the reason I've got Olmo in at the moment, this one could change. I wasn't so sure on him, but I definitely wanted a Spanish player because, as you can see, I don't really have any Spanish players in my team, and I do believe Spain will have a decent tournament as well. I expect Spain to maybe go quite far as well, and maybe go to the quarterfinals, semi-finals. So I wanted an attacking Spanish player, and Olmo fits the bill. Morocco, we know Morocco's a tough team as well. They've done very well so far, Morocco, to get to where they are. Obviously, I think top in the group, but yeah, with Spain, I did want that coverage, so I've gone with Olmo. Moving on to Jude Bellingham. We know England have Senegal, as I mentioned with Shaw. I've gone with Bellingham because I did want an attacking player from England against that for that Senegal fixture, and at that price bracket, it was 7.5 million. I thought he fits the bill, and I know Bellingham. He has got one goal so far in match day 1, lovely header, and I'm hoping he can get involved in more attacking phases of play. And hopefully, he can get me an attacking return against Senegal. De Paul is also in my team, mainly due to budget. He's very cheap at 5.5 million. I've not been impressed by De Paul, if I'm being completely honest with you. I don't think he's had a great tournament so far, personally. I'm hoping he can pick it up, and he's mainly in my team due to the budget. He's very cheap, and he lets me into that Argentina team, and I know he's going to play if he's fit. Finally, to complete the midfield, I've gone with Rabiot, who is the French midfielder. And yeah, and similar reason to De Paul, he is quite cheap at his price. And I think I've been impressed with Rabiot going into the tournament. I didn't expect too much from him. I thought he could struggle without, Pogba, Kante, but he's stepped up massively, Rabiot, and he's looking very good. And he's getting in attacking positions and getting involved with the play. So he's got Poland next. I can definitely see him getting something, maybe an assist or a goal. And I did want, as I said, French. I do believe France are going to do well. So I've gone with 4 French players in my first 11 as of now. Moving on to the front players, I've gone with Messi, who my first player in attack. He's got another nice fixture against Australia. Similar things I've said with Di Maria and Otamendi. You want Messi against Australia. It's a nice fixture for him to go into the quarterfinals. And yeah, he's going to be my captain probably, most likely. So yeah, nothing really to say there. I think you've got to have Messi in your team probably. And I expect big things from Argentina and Messi. And hopefully they can book a place in the quarterfinals. Finally, to complete the team, Mbappe is a lock for me for sure. He's been brilliant so far, 3 goals in the tournament, and he's got a fixture against Poland. Poland didn't look great against Argentina, and I definitely think France can have a good performance against Poland. And Mbappe is going to be involved and central to everything France do. And yeah, he's one that I can't go without pretty much. And on the bench, I've gone Costa, the Portugal goalie. Portugal, obviously, as of now, we don't know who they're going to play. It depends on the fixtures today, so I've left it blank. So yeah, Costa's in. Richarlison, I did want a Brazilian attacker. Obviously, I've not got that, and I do think Brazil are going to have another good tournament as well. I think they'll probably hit the final potentially. So I wanted an attacking player from Brazil. Richarlison is rested today, so which means he's probably the first choice attacking player. So yeah, he's in there for Brazil coverage. Sandro as well, the Brazilian left back. He's in there just because I wanted another Brazilian player who I can sub on potentially. And Brazil, we'll have to wait and see their opponents after today. But Sandro's in, and then Sosa to complete it, the Croatian defender. I've gone with him because he's cheap, and they play Japan, which is a decent fixture as well. So that is my team, guys, for match day 4, round of 16. Looking forward to it. And yeah, I've used up all my budget as well. I don't plan to play a chip at the moment. I might play one of my captain chip. I'll see. But Messi is the captain against Australia as of now. And yeah, that is the team, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, your thoughts. And also comment who you're playing, like what transfers have you guys got in, and who's going to be your captain. Let me know in the comments below. And yeah, for those are watching, please do drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Anyway, Jordan, let's move on to you and bring up your team. Just talk us through the players you've picked, why you've picked them, and what you expect from them in round of 16.
Okay, so I'll start off with my first pick, who is the Dutch goalkeeper, Noppert. He has USA. The Netherlands have looked really good in their last two games. I know they had a bad start in their first match in Matchday 1, which didn't look convincing from Netherlands doing that well. But from their previous performances, they have stepped it up, obviously making it into the round of 16. And who they have is United States of America, which I imagine Netherlands will win that game, especially keeping a clean sheet as well against USA. I'm not entirely sure whether Pulisic is going to play in that game after sustaining an injury in his previous match where he did score a goal, but he did get an abdominal injury from that follow through. So I'm not entirely sure if Pulisic starts in that game, but if not, I'll probably choose Nopper as my goalkeeper because then USA haven't really got much attacking threats apart from Pulisic, who is like the key like talisman for the Americans. So that is why I've gone with Nopper. I do think Netherlands will win that game and hopefully without Pulisic keep a clean sheet. Moving on to the back four, we start off with Otamendi, who's got Australia. I think Argentinian is definitely the ones to target in terms of now that we can choose four players from the same nation now. And Otamendi is my first pick just because of as a defender, he does have that attacking threat. I think he has managed to get an assist for one of the goals for Argentina as well. So he is my first pick as an Argentine defender who has Australia, which you could say is a pretty easy and decent fixture for Argentina. I expect a lot of excitement from that game and obviously a clean sheet from that game as well for Argentina because of obviously Australia aren't the favourites to win that game, I imagine. But there has been a few shocks in this World Cup, and I'll be shocked if Australia do manage to score against Argentina. But you never know. But yeah, my first choice is Otamendi nonetheless. My next pick is Theo Hernandez, who has Poland. Obviously, he was rested in the last match that France had. Obviously, because France already through, and they might as well rest the key players for the round of 16. So, with Hernandez rested, he's raring to go against Poland, who didn't look quite great. If I'm honest, Poland they haven't looked all that really so far in this competition. And considering the last match day where they were pretty much dominated for the entire match, not really much going on in there in terms of their possession or attacking threat or whatnot. I do think France could possibly keep a clean sheet against Poland. I think they'll definitely overpower them in all aspects, as we've seen with France. Despite their many injuries, they still look like a strong, formidable team that potentially will go far in this World Cup. Whereas Poland, I think, is probably hanging by a thread, hoping that they can actually get through this game without conceding the goal to France. But yeah, Theo Hernandez definitely a player to have in your team. Obviously, from his attacking threat, also he has managed to get an assist from and maybe a goal, I think, so far in this World Cup. So yeah, he is a good France defender asset to go for. My next defender is it's gonna be
Vardio.
Guardiola.
Yes, I think it's a silent G. So like Vardio, I think as I say his name, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with Vardio. Apologies if that's wrong, but yeah, we'll go with Vardio. He's got Japan. Croatia have looked pretty good again, improved team compared to Matchday 1, where they sort of were struggling. And with Japan as well, they met a massive win against them yesterday for Spain, taking them through to the round of 16. So it will be an interesting fixture for Japan and Croatia. But I do think Croatia can keep a clean sheet against Japan, who they do look vulnerable, especially in the first half of the matchday 3 game they played against Spain. They did change that obviously in the second half of the match, but with Croatia, I do think they have an upper hand just from the quality that they possess in the team. Um, this potentially could change because I do have double Croatia defense. I might possibly go just for one, but for now I've just gone for Vardio just to fill that void as he is cheap as well. Moving on to Sosa as well. This is pretty similar reasons. He is cheap. He's 3.5 million, probably the cheapest defender you could possibly go for a decent team. And with Japan as well, you never know what they're going to bring to the table. Like we never expect to see what they did against Spain yesterday. I'm not sure what to expect against Croatia. I do think Croatia can dominate that game, despite Japan putting up a good fight as well. I could possibly see a clean sheet for Croatia, hopefully, and definitely a win. So that's my back four defense spoken about. I'll move on to the midfielders. There are three choices I've gone with, and the first one is McAllister, the Argentinian midfielder who has Australia. He played pretty well, McAllister, last match day. He was kind of a underlooked player. I think he's 0.1 selected, so he hasn't really been looked at, McAllister. And we forget he plays for Brighton as well, and he's pretty decent there, having a great season as the captain there as well. I don't think he played in match day 1, but in 2 and 3 he has done pretty well in terms of when he has played and started. And with Australia next, I do expect a lot of goal scorers like McAllister, for example. I feel like there's going to be a lot of players in Argentina that are going to score, and it's kind of fortunate that we can select 4 players from a nation now, because we can just go all out with Argentinian players that we think are going to get a return from obviously this Australian fixture. And I do think McAllister can be a part of that. He has scored previously in the match day fixtures that he's had, so I don't doubt he can do it again against Australia, which is a far less dangerous opponent to go against. My next midfielder is Fernandez. It's pretty much similar reasons to McAllister. We can select up to 4 players from a nation now, and Argentina have probably the easiest fixture in the round of 16, and yeah, that's why I've gone with Fernandez. He is a set piece taker, I believe, as well, and yeah, he's my second midfielder choice. My final midfielder is De Jong, who has USA. I quite like the Netherlands attack with De Jong and obviously the other Dutch player who I will speak about when I get to him. I just like De Jong. He is a great Netherlands player, and I do think he can do damage to USA in terms of threat for De Jong. I don't see USA really holding on to a win against the Netherlands. So I do think De Jong will be a key player to have in that fixture, just so the Netherlands can get that job done as soon as they can and move on to the next match that they will have. Moving on to the front three now. So the first pick is probably the obvious one, but it is Messi, who has Australia. This is probably a no-brainer. Everyone pretty much has selected Messi, and I imagine he will be the most captained player in matchday 4 with the fixture that Argentina have. It's no doubt that he will score in that game. I'll be very surprised and shocked if he doesn't, due to the fixture that he has. But yeah, that is my player choice to complete the Argentinian 4-man. So yeah, Messi is the fourth one. Moving on to the second forward, and that is Gakpo. He's got USA. 3 goals and 3 assists for Gakpo so far in this World Cup. He's having a great World Cup
3
for him.
assists.
I think so. 3 assists.
I'm not sure about that. How many goals has Netherlands scored? Okay, maybe you're right. I'm not checked, but I know he's got 3 goals for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely got 3 goals, assists, maybe not 3, but he has had a good World Cup so far statistically. He has been a main goal threat against teams. I don't see why he can't do it against USA as well, who they have looked good USA, but I think Netherlands just has an upper hand on the players that they possess. Obviously, we spoke about De Jong and Gakpo. They link up pretty well up front, and I do think they'll do really well against USA. Put a few goals behind them and make it a very interesting game. So finally, we have the final player in my team, who is Mbappe, and he has Poland. Yeah, from the last game Poland was featured in, they don't look great at all. Pretty much dominated the whole game. And I do think France will just do the same to Poland. They'll just probably hold the ball most games. You won't see really much anything from Poland. And with Mbappe, top forward goal scorer as well, and for most points too. I don't see why he can't use his magic on that fixture and get a few goals behind Poland. I mean, he's been pretty good getting around players and whatnot. And yeah, that is my starting 11 choice for the round of 16. Yeah, I've got 0.0 million in the bank, so this is £100 million team. Obviously, it's unlimited transfers, and I've got no boosters because I used my power captain in match day 3, so I've got no more boosters left. I'll just briefly go through my team bench. We've got Pickford, who's got Senegal. I just picked Pickford for now, just so until really all the matches are done in match day 3, because we're still waiting for some which we don't know who they're going to play against and whatnot in terms of groups. But yeah, Pickford for now is against Senegal. Bruno Fernandes is the midfielder pick I've gone for. We won't know who Portugal play, obviously, from the fixtures that are still being played at the moment. We got the midfielder Ziyech, the Moroccan midfielder. He's got Spain. Probably underdogs, Morocco, for that fixture, but I have picked Ziyech as a key player from Morocco. I don't see why he can't score still in that fixture, as if Japan can do it as well. I don't see why Morocco can't, because they've looked pretty good this World Cup too. And finally, we got defender Cancelo, who obviously we won't know who Portugal have until the fixtures are finished, but he is my last pick on the team bench. And yeah, that is pretty much what my round of 16 team is looking like.
Okay, nice. So those are both our teams. So yeah, on the screen that is Jordan's team for round of 16, match day 4. And then for those that are just joining into the stream, or if you're watching on the playback, my team is on the screen right now. This is the team I'll be going with for match day 4. I got a comment from Chief, says 3 goals for Gakpo, no assists. Okay.
Oh, okay. There we go. I don't know where I saw 3 assists then.
Yeah. But anyway, just want to say a big thank you to everyone that has watched the stream. Please drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new as well. We aren't going to be on for too long. We're going to wrap the stream up now, I think, because Brazil literally kick off in about 2 or 3 minutes. So we're going to go watch the Brazil game and see the final games before the groups are over. So we thought we'd quickly put this video out for you guys. And then, yeah, hopefully this will help you guys deciding what team you want to pick for match day 4. So, yeah, we are going to go watch the Brazil game. And, yeah, we'll be back, actually, for almost forgot to say, we are back again for another stream, guys, at 9:30. So pretty much straight after Brazil have played their match, we're going to go live at 9:30 to react to match day 3, which we're currently on the final group stages. We're going to talk about the points and also have a little quick look ahead to match day 4, but not too much. But we're going to mainly be discussing our scores for match day 3. So please do join us at 9:30, guys, if you want to see how we've done in match day 3 so far. And we're going to talk about our ranks, all that good stuff. But yeah, for now, that is it from the FPL Duo. Thank you for watching. Anything else you'd like to add, Jordan, before we do go?
Enjoy the last match day 3 fixtures, guys. And yeah, obviously we will see you soon.
Yep. Thank you for watching. Take care and peace out.